Well, today I brought another guest star. Couldn't have made any of this stuff possible without this person, my much better half. She's usually the one working the camera, but today we got a 12-year-old working it, so God help us. So without further ado, Miss Katie.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi. What are we making?
You know what we're making. We are going to do barrel smoked chicken, whole chicken. What do they call them? Roasters or fryers or what do they call them?
Fryers, roasters,
Fryers,
yeah,
whatever.
whole chickens.
It's a whole chicken, and we're smoking it in a barrel. So check this barrel out, first of all. This is, I don't know if you can tell, I didn't buy this from a store. This is homemade. My cousin hooked me up with a 55-gallon drum. That's all there is to that. Inside is, on the bottom, it's got some bricks holding up a tractor disc blade. That's as redneck as it gets right there. You got a barrel and a tractor disc blade in there. All it is a disc blade. You put some charcoal briquettes in the bottom, light it, and it acts as a perfect smoker. There's no vents, there's no nothing. And then I came across this stop sign. Don't ask me how I got it. But came across a stop sign, added a lid to it, or a handle to the lid, and voila.
Ooh.
That is a pretty.
That is pretty.
So, of course, as usual, we have one on the smoker already, just to get for timing purposes. But we're going to let that cook for a few minutes. That smoker, I usually put about a 2-gallon bucket's worth of briquettes in the bottom, light it with an electric, what do you call those things? A little electric thing, like
Coils?
Home Alone.
Like coils.
Like Home Alone, Macaulay Culkin used it on the doorknob in Home Alone to make it hot. One of those things, an electric charcoal starter. Sure, we'll go with that. Ow,
yeah.
shit. So put that in there for 15 minutes. Put that in there for 15 minutes. I get so nervous with you next to me.
I know, I do it to you. I'm sorry.
So nervous.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, and then the charcoal's ready to go. All you got to do is put some rebar across the top with some hooks and hang that thing. She is a beauty.
So I know that your one true love, Steve, usually buys cheap bacon.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, Steve.
And this is, no offense to you or any other dad who works very hard outside of the home.
Thank you for saying that.
Yeah. My job, my good friend and I call them pink jobs. His jobs are more like blue jobs. You know what I'm talking about, taking out the trash, cleaning rain gutters. Those are more like blue jobs. Not to be so gender specific, but it's true. I know. So back to that. Steve was very conscious of
frugal.
Yeah, of the finances. And I feel like when it comes to purchasing food, I take that role in our house, right?
Mostly. Yeah.
So I could go get a chicken at Costco for $4.99.
Oh yeah.
And then we've done it many times. It stretches out, 3 or 4 meals throughout the week.
Yeah, well, you're feeding family of 5.
Does this
on a budget?
Yeah.
Chicken.
Does this compare? Is this more economically friendly, or do you say like going to Costco is a better bet?
I mean, you can't go wrong with Costco. I love Kirkland stuff.
So true.
Costco's the best, and those already cooked chickens are amazing.
Right.
But this was $5.37 or something at the grocery store, and you know exactly what's going into it or what's putting on it, how it's being cooked. I don't know. It's just, and I just like to barbecue and smoke stuff. So,
True.
Buying it from the store isn't all that exciting. It's like, okay, here we go.
So in a pinch, the Costco chicken is where it's at, but
And that is delicious.
this, I'm anxious to try it. I'm excited, as you say in most episodes. I'm
excited.
Look at that.
Yeah.
This is great.
Great patio
At this
cover.
point, I feel like the Costco
great.
chicken might be more,
Worth it?
yeah, would be a better idea. But we're here. We're in it.
I accept that.
We're in it. Let's
So,
go.
really, all this is, it's a chicken, and we sprinkled some Meat Church's The Gospel seasoning all over it, all around on the inside. And my dad made these cool little hooks so we can hook it on the rebar inside this barrel, and that's it.
All right.
And you want to cook chicken, you probe it in the breast to 165, and then you're good to go. No?
Just probing the breasts are left for chickens.
Yes.
Yeah.
Chickens. You're the whoa, that's A dirty mind. So anyway, the one we've had on here has been cooking now, let's see, for actually right on 2 hours. So we'll check the temp on that one after I put this one on here. Nothing to it.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah, that's pretty.
Yes, it is. Try and put it right over the middle because that's where all the heat is coming. I probed the heat coming out of the, I probed the temperature of the barrel and it was about 260. So with all that charcoal in there.
Like how hot it is inside the barrel.
Inside the barrel is about 260. So
okay.
Why don't you give me your favorite thermometer over there? Check out the gear. We got the gloves, we got the thermometers, the barbecue bayonets, and we got aprons, of course.
I think
freedomflames.com, amazon.com, check them out. They are awesome. Flying off the shelves.
And just, I think I'm going to choose the green since I'm wearing the green, and I don't know
Roger.
if we've showcased that one as much, but I will say, hey, look, they're standing the water damage.
Hey, it is wet out here.
It's
Waterproof.
Still going to work. Or resistant. Was resistant,
Water,
proof.
same thing.
It's handling the water nicely.
Let's
the
see
rain.
where we're at with this guy. I should probably turn it on first. Helpful.
That, I don't know, it's a hen or a, I don't know, that lady.
About 160 on that side. Let's see over here.
Now, for food safety purposes, you would not want to probe that breast after probing
I
this
would
one.
never probe another breast.
No, because you could cross-contaminate with the, probing. That would
I only
be
have,
no good.
I only probe one breast. So you taught me a trick. I want to usually just like wrap this thing super tight in foil, but tell me what you told me the other day about chicken.
Well, I think a lot of the time it's better to just loosely tent the meat when it's, or meat or chicken or whatever you're cooking when it comes off, so that you don't trap all that steam in there. And if you did develop any sort of like crust or crispy skin while you were smoking it or grilling it, as soon as you trap all the heat in there from wrapping it tightly, it's gonna soften all that crisp.
So you don't have the crispy skin.
Right. However, when you're smoking these chickens, we've done this in the other smoker too, where when you smoke it, the skin doesn't get quite as crispy like you would if you were roasting it or at that higher temperature. So what you could always do after you did this, you could take this if you wanted an extra step. Not a big deal if you don't. But I know there's some people who really like to eat the skin of a chicken.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Is you could
sometimes.
take it, put it in a pan, and then you could broil it or like put it on high in your oven, and you could kind of get the same crisp.
The crispy.
Good Lord. Yeah, you could
Yeah.
get that crisp. Or you could also, you could cut out the back and flatten it, and you could sear it on your gas grill too.
Oh, yeah.
That's called spatchcocking
Spatchcock.
the chicken. So those are some options for you.
Spatchcock. Are you ready?
Why did the chicken cross the road?
I don't know why.
Because
Because. That's awesome.
That's great.
It's not dry. It's got a little bit of smoke flavor. That's really good.
I think that's my favorite part, is that it's not overly
Not
smoked.
super smoky. But you got a little bit, a little
Yeah, yeah.
tinge, a
Just
little
enough.
hint.
Yeah.
But that's really good. Wow,
That could be like, you were slicing it really thin. You could put that like on a sandwich.
yeah.
Because who wants to buy lunch meat?
Yeah,
That's
this is cheaper than a thing of lunch meat, I would imagine.
100%. And like not processed, not all that
Yeah.
extra crap in there.
That's really good.
Yeah, so good.
Well,
Now you gotta hit the dark.
We got to hit the dark meat.
Leave it.
Leave it alone.
Leave it.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Inappropriate.
You didn't.
And everybody wonders why where I get it from. Ready?
Terrible, terrible role model.
Dark meat.
So good.
Out of bounds.
It seems like you injected it with something,
No,
or like
it's
there's something added
how
to it.
juicy it
There's
is.
absolutely
Oh.
nothing else in there.
God, so
So
good.
good. Now,
Yeah, I like the dark meat better personally. I always have been a dark meat fan, but the light, except you, I will eat that whole thing probably by myself. I could eat a
could.
whole chicken.
yeah,
by
but if
myself.
you wanted leaner proteins, or like you cut that up, put that in something, the kids are gonna crush those drumsticks
crush
for
it.
sure.
Yeah. Well, if you haven't already, check us out on Instagram. Check us out on, well, obviously you're on YouTube, so keep liking and subscribing on YouTube. Share with your friends. And check out the new merch. We got it all live now. It's all up and ready for you to go purchase and use because it's pretty badass. It looks cool. It works great. I got nothing else.
Great, beautiful job.
Until the next time.
Oh gosh,
Do it.
That's so much pressure.
I
Keep
know.
the flames of freedom alive in your backyard.
Everybody is better at this than I am. This
I've
is
seen you
bull.
screw up so many times that
This
it
is
just
bull.
comes so naturally to
Everybody
me.
gets it on the first try. It takes me at least 4 or 5 tries. Anyway, thank
All
you.
right.
Good work.
Oh, thanks. Mwah.
Good work.